treat people with integrity and respect. Yes, today we'll start talking about respect. And I like to talk about this topic with Dr. Khoramshadi. She's live from New York. She's psychiatrist, and I hope to have her here. Yes, she's here live from New York. Welcome.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking.
How's Thank you so much. We respect you, your time, and start with respect. Thank you so much. With all, you have lots of things to do, you have lots of responsibility, but every time organize on time, and we are learning from you. So, what's the definition of respect?
I believe that this is a very important element for any type of relationship. I believe that, even though you don't know anyone, just imagine that you are driving your car and you are getting to an intersection and the light is a kind of, yellowish and another car is approaching, coming towards you in the intersection. And sometimes you're, giving a little bit kindness to the other person and letting go.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end that, he's passing, he's saying, that's it. No verbal communication, no words is exchanging between you guys, and the only just waving, saying that thank you. This is the respect. Even though you don't know that guy, even though there is no possibility to meet that guy again, you are respecting the person. So this is happening for the non-significant daily basis events. And imagine that, we do have the significant events with the mutual relationship with the different
Mm-hmm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes to a bigger picture.
Okay. Profound, very good, amazing. So, but some people, uh, for any issue like an anger problem, and however, like they're driving the freeway, and but if someone drive bad or drive, but they they are not okay, they don't feel comfortable to just respect it and just let it go. So uh and and you mentioned about the, sometimes, but I do all the time. Your sentence, you said sometimes, but I do all the time because I learn it's better. Okay, go, because I don't know what's going on with that driver. He has a shotgun or she. So if you want to give us step by step, learning more about respect, uh,
I would like
how
to
you
give
want
you
to
a
explain,
definition, first of all.
please.
We have to know that what does it mean respect to someone.
Thank
As
you.
I believe that, when we are respecting someone means that we are seeing a person as a whole individual,
Mm-hmm.
as a, total aspect of the different of, you know uh, a human being. So I
Mm-hmm.
believe that, when we are respecting a person means that we are giving a consideration. We are saying some signals to them regarding that I'm seeing you, I'm noticing you, I'm considering you. And usually, respect coming to noticing your partner in your relationship, to make any type of the decision, to have a communication with your partner and get his or her opinion. So I believe that, this is a very crucial element to have a good relationship. And it started with the communication, consideration, and noticing the other partner at the other side.
Amazing. And also, I like to add, uh, respect start with honesty. Should be 100% honest, and no judgment. no reaction, and all the time listen to understand and respond. So
Well,
you
yes.
mentioned about, I heard something yesterday from you, and you said 10 seconds wait and then respond. I like that.
Yes. You like that? Well, actually, I was talking about the, switching from one mood to another mood, because we have to do the mood regulation. And mood regulation means monitoring and modifying. As you said that, some of the people get angry, they are trying to act like a, impolite reaction or impolite behavior or rude behavior. So if you do have enough time, 10 seconds only, to deep breathe in, close your eyes, and count it for 1 to 10. Your, simultaneously reaction to that anger will switch from the high level to a very, very low level. So I believe that, we need a little time for adjustment, our
Mm-hmm.
feeling and our emotion
Mm-hmm.
towards to the, other partner behavior and action.
Exactly. So, uh, what about respect? Comes with the be a giving person, and what do you think about
Yeah, you're
this?
right. You come up with the different words actually in a couple of seconds ago regarding that being open, and
Mm-hmm. Be
it
honest.
means that,
Be
yes,
honest.
honest. When you
Yeah.
are honest, means that you are open. You are not crossing out. You are not, closing or bringing the walls between you and your partner. So I believe that, when you are honest, you are genuine, you are truthful, and you are delivering whatever it is in your mind and in your heart. So the other person will totally get it, will understand, and appreciate that the level of the energy. As you do remember that, we were talking about the communication, which is the exchanging of the information and exchanging of the energy. Sometimes, even though without saying something, you are sending your regards and your respect and your attention and your consideration towards someone else. So it's not just the verbal communication to bring the respect or consideration. Sometimes it's just nonverbal. As I mentioned, that you're waving for the driver, or when you see someone, you just say, "That's it." It means that I do have
Yeah.
enough respect and attention and notice towards you.
Exactly. It's non-verbal. Lots of time is non-verbal when you are going somewhere and you're on time. Uh,
Yes.
that's one of the things, and like you, uh, all the time you're on time. So, and also, uh, be committed.
Yes.
If you are committed,
Um,
when we
yeah.
are uh, loyal,
Yes.
showing the respect, right?
Absolutely. As we previously talked about the different aspects of the good and healthy relationship, and we says
Right.
that started with the effective communication. We should have a security or safety towards our relationship. We have to have the commitment towards the relationship, and I believe that these are the basic element of four walls of a small house, and on the top we do have the love, which is our feeling, our emotion, making colorful everything. But you have to notice that sometimes we do have love towards someone, but we don't have commitment, or we are not giving our commitment to the other people, because love is a feeling and emotion, basically colorful, and comes to the basic level of our hormone imbalance or hormone changes, especially during the teenage years. So commitment is a kind of decision. It's a kind of permanent agreement to do something, to devote ourselves to someone else, to give the level of the care to someone else, and notice someone else. So commitment is a little bit deeper, and is a little bit more comes from our decision. It is a decision making towards someone else.
But be committed to myself about my decision. Show the respect to the other person. Right?
Absolutely, you're right. You're
And
right.
how you?
There is
Go ahead.
there is no border between these stuff. They are so tangible to each other. When you're respecting me, you're respecting yourself. So this is a mutual way. This is a two-way street. If it is one way, it's not going to work. And then little by little, the one of the individual in the relationship will get frustrated. If I always be punctual, responsible for my patient, for my students, and I find out that they are not interested to come, on time. So, after a couple of sessions, I decided, okay, I'm going to be late. They are not going to show up on time. So this is not going to be for forever. It's paid little by little.
Right. So, Dr. Khoramshadi, how you connect between morality and respect?
Well, morality is on the top of everything. It's on the top of all of the ethical words and ethical elements that we have to have in our relationship.
Exactly.
And when you are failing one of the ethical aspects of a relationship, means that you don't have the trust, you don't have the commitment, you don't have the respect. So it's a kind of more deeper than that one. So I believe that it's coming from the different aspect and different angle in the relationship, and the majority of the people should be committed to their commitment, and they have to set a goals for themselves. They have to know that what is the big picture, what I'm looking for, and where I'm going from A to Z. And they're supposed to make an inspiration every day for themselves regarding that, if I do have this inspiration, I can have motivation to move on from A to B and then to C.
And how you connect between consideration and respect?
Well, consideration is noticing. When I'm noticing you, as I said that, you are passing by cross section of the street and you notice a car. So you are giving the right, even though it's your right, you are kindly, passing by your rightness to someone else. So this is the noticing. This is the way that you are considering someone else. And believe it or not, we are all human. And humans are not able to see themselves. So we can, see the other person. We can judge the other person. We can evaluate the other person. But we are semi-blind to ourselves. So that's why when you are noticing someone, this is a very good, pleasant feeling, a pleasant feeling for the other person. And you get the 50% of this pleasant feeling that, I notice someone, and she or he understand that notice, get that notice, and value that notice. So this is very important.
And what about be loyal?
Pardon me?
Be a loyal person. Loyalty. And connection between loyalty and respect.
Well, you open up a dictionary tonight, I believe so. You are coming to the different words. I cannot make a separation with many of them, actually.
I just review my knowledge about respect, and maybe
nice.
all dictionary is one part of my brain, and that part is open. And because I'm not prepared with the questions. That's why I just thinking about different different element all together could show a respectful person. Am I wrong or right? I don't know, but
yes. The other part of the respect is loyalty, and loyalty means to be faithful, to be honest, to be genuine, to be, clear.
Right.
This is kind of very important that you make yourself and your intention clear to someone else. And if you do have the agenda and something hidden at the back of your mind, these negative pulses come out. If you be able to hold it for a first day, second day, first session, and then second session, ultimately all of this negative thought and your agenda is come out, and the other person will get and notice from your body language, from your different perspective that you are saying in a communication. So that's absolutely true, that we have to be loyal and we have to be clear about our intention, our
Mm-hmm.
goals, our destination in this journey and in this path.
Amazing, amazing. And with all of this, we can have a lovingness and love each, love everybody. Is I mean, not the romantic love. I'm talking about be uh, fine, be good, and be well with all people, and be kind. Yeah, that's the best way I can
Yes.
say. So, and then how we can, deal with people that are not respectful.
Well, this is the best way to let them know, to communicate with them. If someone is acting like a rude, action or behavior towards you, and you didn't like it, it's not okay to just swallow that action and say nothing. I believe that it's better to bring it up, communicate about it, and say that hey, I believe that the way that you showed to me, it means this and
Is
that, which I
and it's
don't
not
like it.
respectful. I don't like it. I feel bad, or but for some people, when do you bring up and talk to them, and still because they have a pattern, right? They have a pattern in their life. So, but they are doing same thing, and you want to be kind with them, and you're doing a nice thing again and again and again, and their behavior and attitude, it's not respectful, and sometimes they don't they act like they didn't see you did that, and they saw it, they feel it, they can, it's obvious. So uh, the next step after communication, you try to communicate with them, talk to them, explain to them, the next step.
Set the boundaries.
Set the boundaries. Okay,
So
it's
the
not
best
the
way
this way.
is
This is the last way, right?
no, you shouldn't be that much rough.
Well, I'm just
Actually, you
because
can set the
I was,
boundaries very gentle.
yeah, but we are talking about the boundaries in the next few seconds. But because of the COVID-19 and all this situation, everybody, they said we are coming back to the maybe 1,000 years ago, and we should start, uh, take care of all food and everything at home and this and that. I said, okay, is it like we should back to jungle? I'm just joking. So, and boundaries. Set the boundaries with that person.
Yes,
So, but that
we
person
have
is
to let
your
them know that
core.
how much they can get close, and
Hmm.
how much is my space. When you do have the boundary, you are saying that hey, this is your limits, and from this line you cannot come and pass it by. So you are
But if you
saying that
say, if you say something like that, that person gonna say, why you say hey? Okay, I didn't
hey means
mean,
that hi.
I didn't mean something. I didn't, so, uh, and then we set the boundary, and you told to that person uh, this and that, and next step.
Next step is mirroring. It means that
Mm.
you should do the same type of the behavior for that person. Let him or let her know to notice how much is painful or how much is difficult to handle it. I believe that you should mirror it. If you are late for a meeting,
Mirroring behavior. You know, I feel I put myself in the somewhere I'm not that person, and I
mhm,
don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. Do you have
okay.
any better suggestion?
Well, it depends on the situation. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that I understand that you are not a probably lazy person to be late for the appointment or your lecture or whatever you are supposed to do at that time. But if, you know, a person doing the same and same and same to you regarding being late and late and late, it's better to show them how's the taste of being late for
Mm-hmm.
one time, actually, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
believe it me, this group of the people with the first action of your being a little bit late for the meeting, they say that, you know, I was waiting here for a couple of minutes, you are late. And you know, I like this statement to hear from them, since I understand that, okay, they notice, they understand. And after that, I will tell them that, you know, how was your feeling? How was the waiting for a couple of minutes for someone else? How do you feel? How did you handle it? So I totally get your point that you don't want to do that. You don't want to be at that shoes. I'm not saying that this is a very nice way, but if you do have the opportunity to work with someone and you cannot get rid of that person, and always they are doing the same and the same and the same to you, so it's better to try one time the same action towards them.
Okay, but the first, let me tell you my story. The first thing, you know, well, he was angry. Why are late? I'm just, you know, making the example. They're gonna be angry. They're gonna show
Yes,
their anger, and they don't think,
absolutely.
oh, they did same thing maybe couple times. They did the same thing to that person.
And then the
And
next step is going to be
if you
that.
mention, I'm sorry I interrupt you. If you mention, you know, you did the same thing to me 10 times. Oh no, this is different.
Yeah, I get your point. I understand what are you talking about, but it's better, you know, for the next step, you're going to tell them that, you know, it's better to you know, react to the other people the way that you expected to get
Mm-hmm.
that type of the treatment from the rest of the, you know, surrounding people. So
Right.
if you like to be respected by the other, you should show me your respect towards me. So this is the two-way street. It's a mutual way. It's not, you know, it's not going to work for one time. Sending a positive messages, respect, you know, kindness, and then you get back as a negative messages. You know, it's not going to work at all. Especially for the long-term relationship. When we are talking about the boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, marriage, you know, these are not going to work for a long period of time.
Right.
If you
And
see
I
someone for once, that's
go ahead, sir.
okay. But
Please
for
go ahead.
long period, no, it's not going to work.
Okay. And I learned, if you like people respect you, treat them with respect.
That's true.
However, some people, based on their, you know, pattern, the based on their, you know, lifestyle and the personality, maybe they don't get it, but still, you know, uh, you you do your part.
Well, you come up with a very nice point. Actually, you said personality. If you are dealing with the different type of the personality
Yes,
that
exactly. When you're
usually we
talking about, because we talk about, you know, be kind. Don't be selfish, right? I cannot be selfish, but
absolutely.
when I'm dealing with the some selfish person or narcissist person or personality or borderline personality and mix up
Yes.
these three, that's magic. But anyhow, uh, so uh, it's very hard to deal with them and then ask them for respect.
Right. Right. It's very difficult to live with them and, you know, deal with them. So that's why we do have a lot of, you know, therapy session. We do have a lot of different method of the therapy that, for each individual working, per case.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we should know that, which way we can get a little bit of the modification of this type of the behavior,
Amazing.
improvement of this type of the behavior, not
Yes,
the fixing.
exactly. Yes, improvement. So, in 1 minute, please, how that type of people, they like to improve their, that issue, how they can, start working on themselves.
Well, I believe that, I mentioned it many, many times that 50% of the way is your inside. As you notice that there is something wrong with me, and my relationship, my communication with the people is affected, my work is affected with this type of my behavior, I should think about a solution. I should seek for a help. So 50% of the road is the insight, means that you notice the problem, you catch the problem,
Mm-hmm.
and you find out, okay, there is a dilemma, and I have to do something about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's a lot of online resources. There's a lot of therapy sessions. There's a lot of books, journals, and there's a lot of workshop. So we
Right.
can practice and practice and make an improvement our individual lives.
How much is how how much people can enjoy when they are in the respectful relationship? That's my last question.
Uh, Beautiful, beautiful. I like that because you are linking the respect and the joy.
Mm-hmm.
And respect is a positive attitude, is a positive impulse and positive experience that you are, having in your daily basis life. When you do have all the positive stuff, it means that, equal to smelling a flower, or having a nice bath or shower, or have a nice trip or vacation. So these are all positive effects and positive experiences that our brain absorb it and store it as a positive in some cells. And
Right.
when you do have all these positive, bring they bring the positive energy for you, and all this positive energy will motivate you to do something else, to move from one point to another point, from A to B. And believe it or not, life is about the stream, is about the movement, is about the action, is about the growth. And you bring it up very nicely regarding that, whatever positive action, movement, effect I stored in myself, I do have a better growing, I do have a better understanding of the meaning of life and myself.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much, Dr. Khoramshadi from New York, and I hope to talk to you next time. I appreciate for your time.
Thank you
Thank you.
for having
Thank you.
me.
Yeah, same thing. So, as you can see, the best attitude is uh, positive attitude, and be respectful to people because, first of all, you enjoy it. Definitely, you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with me for next segment. We are going with another specialist, and also more music and dance challenge. Yes, we have dance challenge. Stay tuned with me, and but tell to your friends. Remember to download our app. Thank you.